This is where the Grey Brahman bull begins its second life. Every year, thousands of Grey Brahman bulls arrive here, and less than a fraction of their hides will ever qualify for what comes next. The breed is chosen for one trait most cattle don't have: a hide with an almost silver undertone. Before anything else happens, this hide has to prove it's worth the process. Fewer than 1 in 20 hides will pass this first inspection.
The horns are graded just as strictly, pendry. Density decides everything.
Only the best of the best make it onto what workers here simply call pined, the gray line.
Not every gray hide qualifies, and the tone has to match an exact shade, checked by hand against a MasterCard.
Every hide gets a barcode, an henshin, a paper trail that will follow it for the next 2 years. The first cut removes nothing valuable, the tones, but a careless one can ruin a 6-figure piece of material. Salt is the first thing that keeps this hide alive long enough to become something else.
A single dense white horn can weigh more than a bowling ball to prides, and be worth even more. From here, the raw material disappears for 3 full days. This machine does in 90 seconds what once took a craftsman an entire afternoon.
1 millimeter too deep, and the hide is ruined forever. Only the top layer will ever become luxury leather, petit. The rest is sold for something far less glamorous. What's left is thinner than a phone case per Jude, and worth thousands of times more.
Across the building, the horn is going through its own transformation.
Even the dust isn't wasted. It's collected for polish compounds used later in the process.
Inside this drum, chemistry does what no blade ever could, loosening the hide down to its fibers. Get this stage wrong, and every hour spent before this point is wasted. This is the moment raw material officially stops being skin fight and starts being leather. But leather isn't finished. It's barely begun. Workers call this one the slow giant, because rushing it has never once worked. Inside, a mineral solution bonds with every fiber of the hide, a process that cannot be sped up with money or machinery. 36 hours, non-stop. No shortcuts. 15 tons of pressure, applied in under 4 seconds.
In the horn shop, workers call this one the Ivory ghost, pressure, for the pale shine it leaves behind.
No 2 horns are identical to 3s, so every cut is made by eye, not by program. This wheel can color 400 hides a day base. But the signature gray tone still takes a human eye to get right. 1 shade too dark, and it never reaches the luxury line. The last machine on this floor doesn't touch the leather at all, Minhyun. It protects it from ever needing to be touched again. This coating is thinner than a human hair, and it's what makes the leather last for decades. Every one of these machines exists for a single purpose: turning something ordinary into something almost nobody can afford.
No sensor in this building can do what this man's hands have learned over 22 years. A flaw this small would be invisible to a camera, but not to him.
The horn shop has exactly 3 people trained to finish a piece by hand, on the wood, and it takes 5 years to become the 4th.
Every hide is measured 6 times before it's allowed to leave this room.
Cutting in the wrong direction can waste a piece of material worth more than their monthly wage. Nothing moves to the next stage without a human signature. The most expensive part of this leather isn't the material. It's the decades of skill stitched into every seam. Before anything is called finished, every trace of the process before it has to disappear.
The goal isn't shine, it's a texture that feels alive under your hand. The same polish that shapes jewelry is used here, because to the people buying this, it basically is jewelry.
Before it's approved, this leather has to survive a pull test strong enough to tear a car seat belt.
Most leather fails somewhere in this test. This one rarely does.
Water shouldn't be able to touch this leather at all, and after this stage, it can't.
For the next 48 hours, this leather does nothing at all to Florence, and that stillness is exactly what makes it stable for the next 50 years. 99.2% isn't good enough. It has to be exact. By the time it reaches this table, this single hide has already cost more than most cars.
2 materials, 1 animal, both about to leave this building for opposite corners of the earth.
What looks like one hide is actually one of thousands moving through this building today. Each panel gets its own climate-sealed wrapper before it ever sees daylight again. These machines can move faster than any person, a tomato, but every crate still gets checked by hand before it leaves.
On a busy day, this floor moves enough material to line the seats of 10,000 luxury cars. Some of these crates will travel more than 8,000 miles before anyone touches the leather again. Every container is sealed and tracked, because losing even 1 crate here means losing a small fortune. By the end of the week, this single facility will have shipped material bound for fashion houses on 4 continents.
The horn pieces travel even more carefully than the leather. Each one is one of a kind and can never be replaced. Tomorrow, this floor starts again from zero, youth, with a new batch of hides that haven't even earned their place yet. Somewhere else entirely, this exact panel is about to become part of something worth even more than the price it left the factory at. This gray tone exists in almost nothing else on the market for parents, which is exactly why people pay for it.
The horn, meanwhile, ends its journey somewhere it will likely never be touched again. Admired, not used.
Fewer than 1 in 20 hides that enter this building ever reach this level of finish, which is exactly what makes it worth so much. 1 animal, 2 materials, a process most people will never see sent, and a result almost nobody can afford to ignore.
Tomorrow, it all begins again. Ding, 1 hide, 1 horn, 1 bull at a time.